Still to come, 3 firefighters are recovering tonight after being thrown backward when something exploded inside a building.
We'll have that story straight ahead, 6 o'clock. Stay with us.
You're watching CBS 4 News, covering Monroe, Miami-Dade, and Broward counties with our news partner, the Sun Sentinel.
CBS Tonight, when America celebrates its favorite artists at the Kennedy Center Honors, the house will be rocking. Join Goldie Hawn, Glenn Close, Gregory Hines, and Don Rickles. Plus, spectacular performances by Little Richard, the B-52s, and many more as they pay tribute to superstars Clint Eastwood, Angela Lansbury, international stars Placido Domingo, Mikhail Baryshnikov, and rock legend Chuck Berry.
I love that rock and roll music.
The Kennedy Center Honors, CBS Tonight.
It's time to walk on the wild side. New Year's Eve at the Valet Site's Orange Bowl Parade. It's the wildest parade yet. Our brand marshals are tennis stars Venus and Serena Williams. Wow! See The Rock, the People's Champ, the Cirque du Soleil, Carlos Oliva, Tom Joyner and the crew, Diamond Dallas Page and Kimberly, Singer Avant. Let's build more bleachers for the Valet Site's Orange Bowl Parade. Call Ticketmaster now. Think orange. Walk on the wild side.
It's the final days of 2000. It's the final days to save during your Ford dealers year-end clearance. Get a Ford Explorer XLT 4x2 for $269 a month. One of Ford's best sellers. These are the final days for saving on all SUVs and trucks. Your Ford dealers year-end clearance ends December 31st. Final days for saving on a 2001 Explorer XLT 4x2. $269 a month with $37 of Ford cash. Do it signing. See your South Florida Ford dealer today. After December 31st, it's all over.
Nursing home residents are often abused or neglected. Bed sores, broken bones, even death may occur if residents are not treated properly. The law firm of Wilkes and McHugh represents nursing home residents and their families. You or your loved ones may be entitled to payment or compensation for harm caused by nursing home neglect or abuse. For a free consultation about nursing home resident rights, call 1-800-255-5070.
CBS 4 invites you and your family to ring in 2001 at First Night Miami Beach New Year's Eve. Spend a magical evening with more than 50 artists for one low price. There'll be fun for all ages, so come celebrate the new year with CBS 4 at First Night Miami Beach.
And that'll do it for CBS 4 News at 5:30.
And now join Maggie Rodriguez and Elliot Rodriguez for CBS 4 News at 6.
Now on CBS 4 News at 6, living in miserable conditions. Dozens of families are forced out of their homes. Police saying their apartments are way too dangerous. Where will they go? The story in a live report.
A disturbing discovery in a canal, a body put in a bag and tied to an anchor.
Fire rescue crews say their final goodbyes to one of their own, a canine who broke records.
Danger in the water after strong winds blast through South Florida. When will the waves settle down? The answer live from Weather Control.
Help for dozens of families living on the streets. They're getting a chance to make a fresh start. Hello, South Florida. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. And for Steve Wolford tonight, CBS 4 News at 6 starts right now.
Now, live. This is CBS 4 News at 6.
First at 6, dozens of South Florida residents are outraged after police tell them their homes are too dangerous to live in. Miami-Dade police say the complex is filled with exposed electrical wires and leaky ceilings.
And residents are saying tonight that they want the dangers fixed. The apartment complex is located along 29th Avenue and 42nd Street in Northwest Miami-Dade. CBS 4's Julie Auclair joins us live from the scene with the very latest. Julie.
Well, Elliot, people who live here in the Hampton House apartment say they're very upset and that they just can't live like this anymore, with water pouring in through the ceilings when it rains, with electrical problems, and without being able to cook because the gas has been turned off. One man has been forced to move out altogether. They say he needs to leave because inspectors find that it's unsafe to live in his apartment, and now property managers have 30 days to fix all of these violations. Dangerous electrical problems, leaky roofs and ceilings, faulty plumbing, and lots of rats and roaches. Just some of the problems inspectors are finding as they go door to door at the Hampton House apartments.
It's unfortunately a sad state of affairs. The buildings are very run down. They are not well maintained.
There's about 12 or 13 buildings, and out of those, the preliminary investigation has revealed that Most of them, or 9 of them, are unsound.
And this is where the problem started in apartment number 5. On Christmas morning, the ceiling caved in and water came pouring in. When police showed up, they noticed all of the apartments were in poor condition.
We don't have no gas. The water getting cut off today. We got leaks in the roof.
Novia Ellison says because of the electrical problems, it's dangerous for her and her girls to live in this apartment.
It's been raining through this light, and it's been sparkling. Every time you cut on the light, it starts sparkling.
27-year-old Sharonda Harris lives right below Novia in a 1-bedroom apartment with her 5 girls. When there's a leak upstairs, the water pours through the ceiling. Sharonda starts to cry when she hears she may have to move out.
I don't know where me and my kids would be today, tomorrow, nowhere, until I can find me a bigger place.
And while the residents say the landlords don't care about the problems, men from Big League Management spend the day with the inspectors. They say the new owners who live in New York bought these apartments 4 months ago and that they've tried to fix them up ever since.
We are going to do our best to accomplish all of the violations within the 30 days. If we're unable to, we're going to have to ask for an extension.
But that's just not good enough for Sharonda.
Please, try to do something around here. You say you're going to fix it up, you should have been fixed it up.
And as for when all the problems will be fixed, the property manager says an electrician is already working on the wiring problems. 2 roofs will be replaced, others will be patched up. And as for the gas problems, they can't turn it back on. So the Red Cross will be coming in about a half an hour to bring food, and they will be coming every day through the new year. After that, the property manager tells us that they'll try to bring in microwaves for the families here until they can switch over to electric stoves. For now, we're live in Northwest Miami-Dade. Julie Auclair, CBS 4 News.
A woman is murdered and police say her killer never wanted her found. Her body was tied up, weighed down with an anchor and thrown into a canal. A driver called police when he discovered the bag floating on top of the water along Southwest 248th Street and 100th Avenue in Southwest Miami-Dade. CBS 4's Lisa Cabrera is live on the scene with the latest on the investigation. Lisa?
Maggie, we're talking about a very isolated part of South Miami-Dade. We are just west of Black Point Park and Marina. The mystery at this hour is who is this woman and how may she have been killed? This is the area we're talking about along a dirt, quiet road, a body discovered inside of a canal weighed down with an anchor. Dive teams from Miami-Dade police have the gruesome task of fishing the body from the canal. Police say a passerby noticed something strange in the canal around 11:30 this morning and called 911.
When the officers got out here, they called our divers. We were able to retrieve a body from the canal.
Crime scene technicians are not sure if the woman's body is clothed or not under a blanket, but detectives say there is no sign of identification in the area.
The victim was tied up in a blanket and was weighed down with an anchor, and we're still trying to determine her identity.
And the only thing that detectives can offer in terms of a description is that this is a young woman with brown red hair and bright red nail polish. That would seem to indicate, they say, that this woman has not been deceased very long. The medical examiner's office is planning to do an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death. In the meantime, detectives still trying to come up with an identity. We're live in South Miami-Dade. Lisa Cabrera, CBS 4 News.
We have more now on a breaking story we first told you about at 5 o'clock. Several people are hurt when 3 cars go up in flames. CBS 4's Ted Scouten is live on the scene right now in Cooper City with the very latest. Ted.
Elliot, right now we're at Griffin Road near 106th Avenue. Take a look at this scene back here. It's a pretty bizarre looking scene here. Well, we have 3 vehicles involved in this wreck right here, and you can take a look at this red Jeep. This Jeep actually burst into flames when this wreck happened. Now, there were 5 people altogether in these vehicles. 3 of those people were injured. Amazingly, no one seriously injured. All 3 of those right now are over at the hospital being treated. Right now, investigators are trying to figure out exactly what caused this wreck. They're looking into all the different possibilities that maybe someone may have been trying to turn across the road, or that they were, or that someone was trying to make a U-turn. Any different scenarios, what they're looking at now. They're expecting to get more information once they're able to speak to the people who were in the cars, who are at the hospital right now. But you can see quite a scene here, especially when this Jeep here, what we're told, burst into flames. You can see that caused the car behind it to catch on fire, and also did some heavy damage to the Toyota truck that's right there. So right now, as we said, 3 people in the hospital. At this point, no one seriously injured. The tow truck over here right now trying to get the wreck cleared out of the road. Once again, this is Griffin Road that we're at, just near 106th Avenue. We understand that the road here is probably going to be closed for about another 30 minutes or so. So if you know someone who comes this way, or if you're watching and you're trying to come this way, you you want to avoid this area. We're live in Cooper City. I'm Ted Scout in CBS 4 News.
Police uncover an underwater mystery after a routine call leads them to a dead body. Divers were responding to a man's car that accidentally went into a Miami canal when he parked it too close to the edge. But when they went into the water at Northwest 203rd Street and 27th Avenue, they found another car with a body inside. That car is described as an older model Mitsubishi. They are now trying to determine if it was an accident or a suicide or a murder.
A handicapped man is recovering tonight after a car struck his wheelchair. It happened at the Shark Valley Campground in southwest Miami-Dade, knocking him unconscious and out of his chair. A park ranger found him and he was airlifted to Jackson Memorial Hospital. He is expected to be okay. Danger in the water for swimmers and surfers after strong winds blast through South Florida. A steady southeast breeze is causing rough surf. Today, lifeguards posted signs along Miami Beach warning beachgoers of rip currents, undertow, and man of war.
CBS 4 meteorologist Craig Setzer is live in weather control right now with more on when things will quiet down out there. Craig?
That's right. Well, it's kind of a good news, bad news scenario with this whole situation. Let's show you what's going on. High pressure to our east, low pressure to our west, giving us the southeast flow, helping to create currents. By tomorrow, the high moves on off and the low starts to take over, so our wind's a little more southerly, so tomorrow not as much of a problem. And then over the Friday and Saturday time period, we go to a westerly flow as a cold front comes through. The good news here, no rip currents. The bad news,
2001 Isuzu Rodeo. Complete with automatic, air, and more. For just $209 a month. $209 a month with America's best 10-year, 120,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 5-star side government. Act now and you'll also receive a free Gateway PC computer system. That's new Rodeos with automatic air, power, and more for just $209 a month. So go farther, buy smarter. But only while the selection lasts at your Super 7 Isuzu dealers.
This is my killer DVD system.
This is my killer DVD rental section.
Twin wave laser pickup, progressive scan output.
Turn of the century dramas, futuristic sci-fi comedies.
42 inches.
1,000 movies.
You have the hardware. Blockbuster has the software. More DVDs to rent than ever. And you like your DVD. Or the next one's free.
High-density plastic resin containment unit.
The best way to DVD is Blockbuster. Open New Year's Day.
If you're watching Brett Favre on an ordinary television, you're missing a lot of action. Get a Mitsubishi widescreen HD TV with a picture so real, so clear, you won't miss a thing. Come to Sound Advice. Get a Mitsubishi HD TV and pay absolutely nothing for 12 months. Sound Advice. We give sound advice on the best electronics.
You're watching CBS 4 News at 6.
A veteran search and rescue canine drowns while playing in a pool. The dog was a member of the Miami-Dade disaster response team. The 3-year-old Labrador was found at the bottom of her handler's pool Sunday afternoon.
The canine knew how to exit the pool using the stairs, how to even get out using the ladder. The cause of death is unknown at this time.
Her name was Luna. She was the first canine in the state to attain advanced certification by FEMA.
A deadly discovery in the water behind a Coral Gables condominium. Police fishing a body out of a canal just a short time ago. They think the person drowned. The scene is at 90 Edgewater Drive in Coral Gables, and CBS 4's Alita Haytain is there with the latest.
Elliot, the 911 call came from someone in this apartment building here in Coral Gables. It came just around 3 o'clock. Apparently, off the backside of the apartment building, they could see a body floating in the marina area. Coral Gables police got here. They discovered a male floating in the marina in the water there. They have not released his identity, but he did have identity on him. At this point, they are not quite sure how he died, whether or not foul play was involved or whether or not he drowned. At this point, this is still very much under investigation. Live in Coral Gables, Alita Haytain, CBS 4 News.
Meteorologist Craig Setzer is coming up next with your weather forecast and some changes you need to know about. Plus, if you think that you gained a lot of weight during the holidays, you might be wrong. We'll explain in Health News.
Then if you think your four-legged pooch is well-trained and he's not Kim Bokamper, we'll have that story coming up.
Hey, I'm Kim Bokamper. Coming up later in sports, Dolphin fans are waiting until the last minute to show support for the Fins playoff run, and the Heat get ready to meet the Pacers. Old rivals trying to find their place in the NBA.
Closed captioning is sponsored by General Motors, the company you count on wherever life takes you. General Motors, people in motion.
Your wait is over. The Acura year-end sale now through January 2nd only, with our biggest savings of the year, makes it easier than ever to drive America's best quality cars. Acura. Choose America's #1 selling import luxury coupe and sedan, Acura CL or TL. Plus, find tremendous year-end savings with 4.9% financing on Integra coupes and sedans. But don't wait, because January 2nd at 9 p.m., the Acura year-end sale and the year's biggest savings end.
Your mission, Ed, which you will accept, is to join your RTG teammate and devise a plan to put us ahead of a large force called the Crowd. The Crowd is bent on beating us to our objective. We can't allow that to happen. Our home, as we know it, is at stake.
Mary, is this really necessary?
Roger.
It's Ed.
Right.
Great place. I like your neighborhood.
Thanks.
Oh,
Sorry.
Time to buy a Galant. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for an entire year. Hurry. The 000 event ends for good January 2nd.
It's the Ross After Christmas Clearance. The hottest prices of the year. Save up to 75%. The Ross After Christmas Clearance. Better hurry before it's all gone.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is going on now through January 2nd. Whether you buy or lease, you'll find values you never dreamed possible. So this year, make sure you get the gift you really want. Hurry into your South Florida Lexus dealer today.
For Your Health is sponsored by the Lexus December to Remember sales event, now through January 2nd.
You're watching CBS 4 News at 6.
The Miami Heat is calling on South Florida to help save a terminally ill 3-year-old girl. Sofia Garcia is in desperate need of a bone marrow transplant. The team is holding its first of 2 blood drives tonight at the American Airlines Arena in hopes of finding a bone marrow match for a potential donor. Ocean Bank of Miami also held a blood drive today for Sofia, who is battling a rare disease that killed her brother.
We're trying, and her parents are trying, to find a donor, a bone marrow donor, because this little girl is in dire need of a transplant.
If you would like to donate to see if you're a match, the blood drive tonight and Friday night will take place before the start of the Heat game at the American Airlines Arena at Gate 1, which is on the mezzanine level.
Well, Craig Setzer, I want to complain about the weather, but then you look at the rest of the country, I just can't do it.
No.
We're lucky here.
We're in the sweet spot of the nation right now. It looks like it's going to stay that way. Probably into the weekend, though, get a little more winter-like. Here's what's going on right now. We're looking at 71 degrees in Miami, 71 also in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. 68% humidity, wind southeast at 11, gusting at times up to 22 during the day. No rainfall here at CBS 4. A real-time radar right now also showing no rainfall in the immediate area, just a few pop-up showers here or there, but for the most part, things are pretty quiet across the state of Florida tonight, especially over the peninsula. Here's the satellite loop over the last 12 hours. Not as much cloudiness out in the Atlantic today, so we saw a little more sunshine, but look what's up to our west. A lot of clouds. That's with the big storm system that is headed this way. The brunt of that storm system will head off to our north, but we will see a change in our weather with some cooler temperatures coming for Friday and Saturday. Here's how it all plays out. Right now, we're under that southeast flow with high pressure off to our east, the storm system winding up to our west. By tomorrow, it gets pretty close. Also, an increase in moisture on the southerly winds will bring a better chance for thunderstorms by late tomorrow night. Our best chance of thunderstorms. Then the front comes through for Friday. So westerly winds, drier conditions. And by Saturday, our winds become more northerly. It's that northerly wind on Saturday that will probably pull in some cooler weather. So temperatures on Saturday may only stay in the 60s, upper 60s, but still some of the coolest weather we've seen in several days. Across the country, first into the southeast. Here's the storm system that's going to bring our change, but here's where all the bad weather is, if you want to call it bad. It's pretty nasty. Cold rain and in some cases freezing rain, sleet, and snow temperatures right now 20s, 30s, and 40s in the northeast. It's just plain cold. Not a lot going on except for some lake effect snow, some clouds, and cold temperatures. Teens once again, single digits, some 20s, and in the best case, some temperatures in the low 30s. Western portion of the country, not much change. The cold weather continues now in the central plains, but a little bit of a Chinook wind warming things up in Denver, 50 degrees. Temperatures also warm in Southern California, 71 in Los Angeles. Wind chills, if you want to take cold temperatures and make them worse, blow the wind pretty hard. And you can see what happens. -1 in Minneapolis, -5 in Chicago, 2 below in Toronto, 9 in New York, and 18 in St. Louis, 13 the wind chill factor right now in Dallas. Next 24 hours, the frontal system moves eastward. It stays cold in the northeast, kind of stormy in the southeast. The west looking pretty nice for a change. Our forecast looks like this. It's looking pretty nice. Pleasant night all in all. Few clouds on the ocean breeze, a low near 63 degrees. For tomorrow, look for sun and clouds. Mixed clouds probably increasing later in the day, and also an increase in shower chance. High near 79. The best chance for thunderstorms coming tomorrow night. Southeast winds becoming southwesterly and picking up if you're boating 15 to 20 knots by late in the day, and seas building also. And taking us through the end of the week and into next year. Decreasing clouds on Friday, a high near 73. Saturday, the north winds kick in 69, but mostly nice. A little chilly, though. Sunday, more clouds. And for 2001, a little bit warmer. Back to you.
Still can't get used to it.
It's the Y2K, Greg. Thank you very much. Well, there's good news and bad news tonight for those of us worrying about holiday weight gain.
The good news is researchers say it's not true that most people gain 5 pounds. It's more like 1 pound or less. But the bad news is you probably won't lose that extra weight come January. In fact, research shows people gradually add 1 pound year after year. Putting that extra stress on the body can lead to diabetes, heart disease, and arthritis.
I admit it, I've been bad this year. Well, coming up in sports, the Dolphins came through for the fans last week, and now they're hoping the reverse is true on Saturday.
And the Seminoles arrive here in South Florida for their Orange Bowl showdown with the Sooners. Kim Bokamper has the story next.
Here's a look at Wall Street today. The Dow was up 111 points, NASDAQ up 46, and the S&P 500 was up about 14 points. We'll be right back.
It's the final days of 2000. It's the final days to save during your Ford dealers year-end clearance. Get a Ford Expedition XLT 4x2 for $319 a month with space for up to 9 passengers. These are the final days for saving on all SUVs and trucks. Your Ford dealers year-end clearance ends December 31st. Final days for saving on a 2001 Expedition XLT 4x2. $319 a month with $36.97 cash due at signing. See your South Florida Ford dealer today. After December 31st, it's all over.
It's playoff time. Showtime.
Yo.
Playoff time, and I'm really going to show you something.
For Dolphins home playoff tickets, call 305-573-TEAM. 2000 Dolphins playoffs. The tradition continues. When your goal is following the Florida Panthers, check out the cool coverage all season long in the Sun Sentinel, official newspaper of the Fan.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. Why is this over-the-counter herbal remedy effective in the fight against prostate cancer? The story right after CBS 4 News. So stay with us.
It's the final days of 2000. It's the final days to save during your Ford dealers year-end clearance. Get a Ford Explorer XLT 4x2 for $269 a month. One of Ford's best sellers. These are the final days for saving on all SUVs and trucks. Your Ford dealers year-end clearance ends December 31st. Final days for saving on a 2001 Explorer XLT 4x2. $269 a month with $37.04 cash due at signing. See your South Florida Ford dealer today. After December 31st, it's all over. You're watching CBS 4 News at 6.
All right, there's only one way the Dolphins are going to win this weekend. If everybody goes out and cheers for them.
Go out, get behind.
Well, you know
them,
how
get the
important that is as a
going.
player. How important was it?
Got to have people behind them.
you.
Got to have the emotion. Get that electricity going in the stadium. That's what they need. Dolphins and the Colts, first round of the playoffs. Hot ticket, huh? Well, guess again. With less than 18 hours before the extended blackout deadline, over 13,000 tickets remain unsold for Saturday's game. Dolphin players are looking forward to the fans providing a frenzied atmosphere when they kick off Saturday at 12:30. Now, 2 weeks ago, the Colts caught the Dolphins by surprise, winning in the Pro 2013. This one should, once again, come right down to the wire.
They came in here last time and put it on us pretty good. I think you're going to get a real treat for your money. Because every time we play them, it's a close game and it's a hard-fought game.
All right, now make sure to catch our special playoff edition of Fin Zone Saturday night at 7. We'll wrap up the Dolphin-Colt playoff game and hopefully begin to preview the Fins and Raiders in round 2. Well, is Marshall Faulk the best player in the NFL? According to the Associated Press, that's just what he is. Faulk was named the league's most valuable player today. The Rams running back rushed for an NFL record 26 touchdowns, along with over 1,300 rushing yards. Faulk also added 81 receptions for another 830 yards to become the Rams' second straight league MVP. Well, Florida State is coming to Miami with one thought in mind. Very simply, beat Oklahoma and repeat as national champions. Bobby Bowden took the FHP Express while his Noles rolled into town today by bus. The team loosened up at St. Thomas University for their January 3rd Orange Bowl matchup with the top-ranked Sooners. Leading the Seminoles will be Heisman Trophy winner Chris Wenke, who's no stranger to the national title games, having been involved in the last 3.
It's our 3rd consecutive national championship game, so this isn't new to us. I think it's a huge advantage. Some people say it's not, but until you're here and you've been in this environment and see what takes place, it is an advantage.
Meanwhile, the Gators arrived in New Orleans this afternoon. They're in the Big Easy to play the University of Miami in the Sugar Bowl on January 2nd. Now, the Canes hope to spoil the Gators' trip and keep their national title hopes alive. Marshall head coach Bob Pruitt leading his team into the Motor City Bowl against Cincinnati today. The Thundering Herd led until DeMarco McCleskey strolls into the end zone to give Cincinnati a 14-9 lead. They're in the 3rd quarter. The score is still the same. The Bearcats leading 14-9. Well, the Indiana Pacers, like the Heat, are a team searching for an identity. The 2 teams will meet tonight at the AAA. Reggie Miller continues to be the sharpshooter that leads this young Pacer bunch. First-year coach Isaiah Thomas has his club playing aggressively on both ends of the court, and that's an aspect that you can believe hasn't escaped the attention of Pat Riley.
He's a bulldog and a tough guy defensively, and that he's going to get him, to the right place. And so we have a lot of respect for Indiana. We know what they're about.
Magic fans, you're going to have to wait until next year to see Grant Hill in uniform. The 5-time All-Star will have surgery to repair his injured ankle, causing him to miss the rest of the season. Hill has appeared in only 4 games after coming to Orlando as a free agent. Also, Mario Lemieux returns to the Penguins tonight after a retirement, and he'll play in Toronto. Should be a good game.
Wow, big story there.
All right, thanks, Kim. Right. Still ahead, your pet might be in good shape, but can it do this? You're going to meet the acrobatic canines next.
CBS 4 News will be right back.
It's okay, it's not a live animal. It's not the shoes that you wanted.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
You're a car, sir?
You'll find values you never believed possible.
Ted.
You like it? Pull it!
The December to Remember sales event ends January 2nd. Missing it would definitely spoil the surprise. See your South Florida Lexus dealer.
This is my killer DVD system.
This is my killer DVD rental section.
Twin wave laser pickup, progressive scan output.
Turn of the century dramas, futuristic sci-fi comedies.
42 inches.
1,000 movies.
You have the hardware, Blockbuster has the software. We have more DVDs to rent than ever, and you like your DVD, or the next one's free.
High-density plastic resin containment unit.
The best way to DVD is Blockbuster. Open New Year's Day.
There's lots to take in, there's lots to take out. From one-stop shopping, that's what it's all about. More choices, low prices. Winn-Dixie is the place.
Save now on a whole or rib half pork loin, just $1.19 a pound. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, and Mountain Dew 12-packs are 3 for $7. And through Saturday, shop our 3-day sale for fryer leg quarters, just 29 cents a pound at Winn-Dixie.
Mark?
Lisa.
Wow, it's been a while. You look great.
You too.
Nice car. Looks like you're doing well.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Excuse me.
So, time to buy an Eclipse. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for an entire year. Hurry. The 000 event ends for good January 2nd.
You're watching CBS 4 News at 6.
Don't forget, if you see news in the making, give us a call. Our Miami-Dade hotline is 305-477-2444. In Broward, it's 954-463-NEWS. Well, finally, at 6 o'clock, in addition to flying fish and dancing sea lions, how about acrobatic dogs?
How about Cisco and Skylar? They're just some of the four-legged stars performing at the Miami Seaquarium this week. They can do all kinds of neat tricks, from triple jumps. Look at that.
Wow.
They can even catch Frisbees, like most dogs. You can catch the canine stars in action at the Seaquarium through New Year's Day. Obviously, not just for fish anymore.
Yeah, let's hope they don't fall in the shark tank. It wouldn't last long in there.
That's true.
That's our news for now. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 11 for CBS 4 News tonight. Now let's go to the CBS Evening News with John Roberts and for Dan Rather.
The mind behind the Massachusetts massacre.